We're at Wymbury Church, the old leaning church, and this is the graveyard extension. And this is another disgusting graveyard. It's not perhaps as bad as some of the others, but nevertheless, with graves you just can't get to them. You can see the height. And they're not all old graves. Zoom in, there's some graves there. Still flowers on them. People are trying to get to them and just can't. Our end of the graveyard's not so bad, but this top end, and it's not just the long grass, it's the fact that everything's uneven, and there'll be some excuse as to why they can't do anything, but you can see all these graves. People maintain their own plot, but then they can't get to them because of all the grass and the rubbish. And even if it's not that bad, it's like a ploughed field. I'm 74 and your chances of falling are very, very high. By law, the church have got to maintain burial places. It's a legal requirement. So why they aren't doing it? It's not such a big area. Once you've got it down, it's quite easy to maintain. But you feel a shame for some of these people that are really looking after the graves and trying to get to somebody's grave. It's just impossible, isn't it? Like a grave here, it's a 1957 grave, but obviously a lot of pride's gone into it. Some of them, people will sort of do it themselves, even though that's only their bit, the rest is down to the church. A lot of these you can't get to are quite sort of modern graves. It's not as though they're like 300-year-old graves. Now, last time I was there, I did raise it with the vicar and asked what she was going to do, and she just said, "Oh, very interesting." No comment of whether they're going to make any effort whatsoever to make this a decent place. And obviously, apart from the bottom end, which is sort of more new graves, they've done absolutely nothing. By contrast, a bit further down, the couple of war graves in this little area is reasonably well kept. It's sort of limited to that and a little bit at the bottom. This is, you can see there's one there with flowers on. And it's not just the grass. 74, you can break your bloody neck getting to some of these graves. And there's one right over there, I don't know if I can zoom in, with a nice little tree and new flowers on. And if you're old and want to get to that, you do take your lives in your hands. We got nearer to that grave and we've got some here 2008, so it's not old graves, it's people in living memory that want to pay respects to the loved one, and you just can't. And they'll come up with excuses. Oh, well, there's running sand, we're going to close it, and all sorts of things. But legally they must maintain it and make it safe. So it's about time the church actually took the responsibilities. Forget the excuses. We don't want to know about excuses. We want to know about action. Here's another lovely grave, which is 2018. And again, trying to get to it. I nearly broke my neck then because it's like a ploughed field. There's a war grave there which is a bit dubious. It's not really respectful for people that gave their lives, is it? And you feel so sorry for these people, because it's well within you know, living memory, 2018. And the purpose of these videos is to name and shame. I'm hoping by highlighting this and putting it on Google Maps and YouTube that we'll actually pull the fingers out, show some respect to the dead, and actually get this fixed. I don't care how they do it. They've got this sort of new one that they've a lot of pomp and ceremony about, but the rest is disgusting.